Hey guys, HDvee here and welcome to a brand new video. Today we've got quite a few things to go over for Pokemon Legends ZA. We have some new legendary Pokemon hints to take a look at, some things to do with trade evolutions, and then we also have some rumors to take a look at as well. There's a lot of things to break down and get into today. So if you're excited for the video, as always, make sure to drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes, it really helps out. Leave a comment with your thoughts on anything we cover in today's video. Subscribe if you're brand new for daily Pokemon content. Ring the notification bell. With all of that out of the way though, let's get into the video and I really hope that you enjoy. So, starting things off, we're going to be taking a look at this new potential hint towards a legendary Pokemon that we could be seeing in Pokemon Legends ZA. So it was posted on the Legends ZA Reddit forum by Kiri_G. I'll probably pronounced that wrong, I do apologize if I did. But they made the connection that this statue in the Tower of Mastery could have been in front of us this whole time and is actually a potential legendary Pokemon that once existed. So they here say, has the A legendary been in our face this whole time? So obviously we don't know if the A from ZA is going to be a legendary Pokemon. We're kind of assuming it's going to be, just because it's quite an important part of the title. Like, it would have just been Pokemon Legends Z if the A wasn't important. Now, of course, the A, we know from the tags on that YouTube video that Pokemon uploaded, it stands for Alpha. So it could be like an Alpha Legendary, it could be like an Alpha form or something like that. Again, that might also just be wrong and they just put that in by accident, but it's likely that that is what it's going to be referring to. So it could be like a new Alpha Pokemon or an Alpha Legendary or an Alpha form of an already existing Pokemon. But either way, they say, I swear to Arceus, I can't be the only one that sees it. It's A-shaped, which I guess it is a little bit like you've got your two little kind of, I mean, the capital A, obviously, you've got the two lines here, and then I think that might be reaching a little bit, but I completely understand where they're coming from with that kind of situation, because obviously, like the two lines of the A there. Then goes on to say, it definitely doesn't look like Zygarde. It doesn't look like Zygarde. They're very true. They're very correct about that. It has no kind of implication about Zygarde there, and so they go on to say, what the hell is it? It is also worth noting that it is also shaped both like X and a Y. So yeah, I mean, you can also see like that the Y is here and then the X is obviously here, so it is could potentially be a combination of both X and Y. And then goes on to say, it seems to wield a sword for an unknown reason, and it doesn't look close to anything. The closest would maybe be Gardevoir, but it's clearly not. Am I going crazy? So, yeah, I always assumed it was a woman, but sure, it could be in plain sight. I was reading how there were unused designs for X and Y, including Flygon's Mega Evolution, which you obviously we already know about, but then also a rabbit with a flower nose. Wouldn't it be cool if they took the scrapped ideas and gave them new life, let Flygon Mega Evolve at long last, and maybe have the new A-named legendary Pokemon? So, if we take a closer look at this image, it does kind of represent a woman. Like, you can kind of see the face here, this is the hair, we have the hands here, and she is holding some sort of sword. But we've also had, like, female-oriented Pokemon before in the past. Like, there's Gardevoir, obviously there's Pheromosa as well, which is very much shaped like a woman in that kind of, with the characteristics and stuff, but very well is an Ultra Beast, you know, it is quote-unquote a special Pokemon. So, yeah, Zygarde could be, you know, the Z, and then this person here, which could also be a Pokemon, could be the kind of A, and it could be like the complete opposite of what Zygarde is, you know, just how like Z and A are the complete opposite ends of the alphabet. So I don't know, it's one of those things to just kind of take into consideration. Again, it's unlikely that this is going to be a legendary Pokemon. It is likely it's just a woman, but then who is this woman, you know, with this sword? Like the fact that her body is also an X and a Y shape as well, like there's a lot of things that kind of make you think about it. But again, it's just a theory at the end of the day. It's just a potential hint. What do you guys think though? Do you think this is some sort of legendary Pokemon, or maybe not even a legendary, but it could be some sort of special character that could pop up in Pokemon Legends ZA? You know, we know that there's probably going to be ancestors and stuff of people that exist in the Kalos region. Maybe it's like something to do with the rivals, like Shauna and Serena and stuff, or maybe other characters as well. So yeah, she could be a very, very important character nonetheless. But either way, a really good spot from this person, and yeah, could be some connection to somewhat legendary Pokemon or some sort of important character in Pokemon Legends ZA. Moving on, we have this post to go over as well, and this was posted by Madonna Boy, and they're showing the kind of trade evolutions that you are able to get offline in Pokemon Legends Arceus, and how in Pokemon Legends ZA we could actually get some new trade evolutions offline, because obviously in Legends Arceus you could use It was like the link cable thing, but you could evolve like Haunter into Gengar and stuff like that. And that was a really cool kind of concept for Legends, because it's not like trading Pokemon is difficult nowadays because of online and stuff. Like way back when, you know, when I was growing up with Pokemon, it was very difficult to trade because you had to trade locally. There was no online or anything like that. Nowadays, it's very, very simple. But at the same time, not everybody can do that. Not everybody does have online. So a way to be able to evolve these trade evolve only Pokemon in Legends EA would be really, really cool. And again, we already got it in Legends Arceus. So they made a really good kind of column here saying possible trade evolutions to become available offline with Legends EA release. So in Pokemon Legends Arceus, we got the trade evolutions offline available for Alakazam, Machamp, Golem, Gengar, Steelix, Rhyperior, Scizor, Electivire, Magmortar, Porygon 2, Porygon Z, and Dusknoir as well. I don't know why Milotic's on this list, because Milotic does already have a non-trade evolution. You can just get its beauty scale up. But again, it's a lot easier to give it a prism scale and trade it. But anyway, in X and Y, these Pokemon exist. So Politoed exists in X and Y. Obviously, Alakazam, Machamp, Golem. Alolan Golem should obviously exist in X and Y because Golem does. Slowking exists. Gengar, Steelix, Rhyperior, Kingdra, Scizor, Electivire, Magmortar, Porygon 2, Z, and Milotic don't exist, but obviously you can just get them, like not in the regional decks, but obviously you can just trade them in regardless. But we've got Dusknoir as well, Huntail, Gorbis, Gigalith, Conkeldurr, Escavalier, Excelga, Slurpuff, Aromatisse, Trevenant, and Gourgeist. So all of these Pokemon exist in X and Y that are only trade evolution of, like, they can only evolve via trade. So it'd be really cool if Legends EA, if all of these Pokemon were in the Pokedex and they could all trade offline, because it'd just make it just nice to not have to rely on evolutions through like trade and stuff like that. Because like I say, even though it is a lot easier today's society, it's just still a little bit annoying. We also have them here saying one of the best features in Pokemon Legends Arceus or the entire franchise has been the linking cord and availability of items such as Metal Coat to be used more similarly to stones, removing the trade requirement from trade evolutions. In anticipation of Pokemon Legends EA, I compiled this list of all Pokemon requiring a trade to evolve and cross-reference the Pokemon Legends Arceus decks and that of X and Y. If we get, at a minimum, the same species in ZA that we were available to get in Pokemon X and Y, and the return of items such as the linking cord, that there will only be 2 species that still require trade to evolve outside of Pokemon Go. These Pokemon are Alolan Golem and Milotic. Obviously, Milotic's not correct because obviously you can already evolve Milotic, so I think they just made a little bit of a mistake there. This is very exciting for anyone that had grown tired of coordinating trades online, and even more exciting for shiny hunters who can quell their anxiety about trade backs with strangers on the internet. I'll be keeping an eye out for these Pokemon in upcoming trailers. So yeah, like the ones to name here, like Huntail, Gorbis, Gigalith, Slurpuff, Aromatisse, Trevenant, Gourgeist, Escavalier, they would be absolute godsends because they are really annoying to trade, because it's not just the fact that you have to trade them, you also have to get like these items as well, and the items aren't necessarily easy to get. For like Clamperl example, like the Deep Sea Tooth and stuff, like it's not easy to come across, and especially because Huntail hasn't really been in like that many games either. And it'd just be nice to easily trade these, easily evolve these Pokemon without having to trade. But either way, massive shout out to this person here for kind of compiling this list. But it does make sense because, you know, it was a concept in Legends Arceus. You'd like to think they'll bring that kind of concept into Legends EA as well. I hope they keep the same formula. And if they do, we could very well be seeing a lot of Pokemon that used to need to trade to evolve, now making it a lot easier. So let me know your thoughts on that. But yeah, massive shout out to Madonna Boy for making that kind of reference as well. So that's all that. And then finishing things off for today's video, we do have a new rumor to go over that's popped up on 4chan. This was posted on the 3rd of April, should I say, and it's titled Pokemon Legends ZA and Black and White, and it was posted by Ginger. I'm assuming that's how you pronounce the name. Again, this was posted on 4chan, so take it with a massive grain of salt. They don't actually say they've got any information on Legends Arceus. They're just talking about when the next trailer is going to be. Now, personally, I think the next trailer, if we don't get it, you know, we're obviously getting information about Worlds this weekend. If we don't get anything about Legends ZA then, which again is very, very unlikely, I think we could either get the new trailer in the next Pokemon Presents, which is likely to be in August, because that's when the last 2 Presents have been in obviously the corresponding years. We always get one in like February, and then we usually get one in August. We've had ones in like June and July in previous years as well. It's just the last ones have all been in August. So it's likely to be in August, but if Pokemon Legends ZA is going to be on the Nintendo Switch 2, and we do get the Nintendo Switch 2 announcement around June, then it's likely that we'll get some sort of gameplay for the Switch 2, it's just to kind of promote the Switch 2 a bit more, like, oh hey, there's this Pokemon game that's also going to be available for this console as well. But anyway, let's take a look at what this rumor is saying. So I'm not going to give any information about Pokemon Legends ZA because I don't know anything about it, so fair play. You know, a lot of rumors don't start off by saying that. They're like, hey, I know this information because my dad's dog works at Game Freak. Anyway, but I can surely tell that in the upcoming Nintendo Switch 2 announcement, there will be a small glimpse of the game while someone is playing. So apparently, that in the Nintendo Switch 2 announcement, there is going to be somebody playing Pokemon Legends ZA, and we're going to see a small glimpse of gameplay of the game, which would be huge because we don't have any gameplay at the moment. Now, I don't know if they would show this like on full screen and stuff, or they would just literally hide it about this person playing it. I don't know, but it'd be nice to actually get a glimpse of the actual gameplay on like full screen and good quality and everything like that. It necessarily doesn't have to be exactly as I am saying, but there will be a glimpse of it. So again, don't know how this person knows this information, but the announcement of the Nintendo Switch 2 is probably or likely going to be in June. That's what a lot of insiders are saying, leakers, insiders, stuff like that, that they are expecting it to be announced around June, whether that be in a small trailer and then a bigger trailer happen later on down the line in like July or August, or they just do a full-fledged Nintendo like direct big boy in June, dropping the Nintendo Switch 2 and announcing the games that are probably going to drop with it, like a new 3D Mario game. There's probably going to be some other things as well, and Legends ZA would obviously fit in nicely with that kind of roster if that is the case. They then go on to say, and about the outsourced black and white game, which again, we expect to be announced this year as well. Again, we don't know if it's going to be announced, but there's also a lot of other people, insiders, leakers, saying that they have been working on an outsourced black and white game. We don't know why they didn't announce it on Pokemon Day. Maybe it's because they didn't have it as ready as they'd like it to be, and they didn't want it to be a similar situation to BDSP, where a lot of people were kind of annoyed with that. Because you've got to imagine, like, if they just announced BDSP and not Legends Arceus, that would have been a really bad presence. But Legends Arceus really did save that presence. If they just announced outsourced black and white remakes, and then they obviously announced like Legends ZA later on down the line, the presence would have sucked. Like, a lot of people are really excited for Legends ZA. I myself am as well, but I don't know, I feel like it would have been nicer to also get the black and white games announced too, because we would know that obviously we're going to be getting something this year as well. Anyway, they go on to say, and about the outsourced black and white game, I'm not even sure if it's even a black and white game. There is an outsourced game, that's for sure, which again is what people like Playoro have said, you know, they had been working on, or they'd heard that they'd been working on an outsourced game, but again, didn't know if it was true or not. It can even be a Johto game. I mean, it is Gold and Silver's 25th anniversary and Heart Gold and Soul Silver's 15th anniversary. And they are hinting Johto and Unova. There is a 50-50 chance. So yeah, it very well could be Johto. I mean, I don't know what I would like more, because originally I really wanted a Legend Celebi game, because I feel like that would have made a lot more sense, because obviously Celebi is the time travel Pokemon. It's Gold and Silver's 25th anniversary. It made sense. But because we are now getting Pokemon Legends ZA, it kind of threw everything into, you know, random. We don't know what's going on, really, because we don't. Like, we weren't expecting a Generation 6 game at all. You know, that was completely against what everybody was expecting. It doesn't make sense for it to be a Legends ZA game, but that's what they're doing. So it's hard to say if it's going to be black and white, Johto, or absolutely nothing. Right now, it seems the most likely case is going to be black and white outsourced games, but it could be Johto outsourced games. I highly doubt it's going to be Let's Go Johto or anything like that, because that would have been made by Game Freak, and Game Freak are solely working on Legends ZA and Generation 10 at the moment. So we'll have to see what it is. But they're going to say the Pokemon Company, especially Game Freak, is very alert, and because of that, leaking and stuff is kind of in a pause. But my gut feeling is saying that leaks will come back from the start of June to July. I will post again if anything news happening inside the Pokemon Company. So again, it's hard to say. Like, I don't know if, you know, Game Freak are generally very alert about the leaks and stuff, because we haven't really had any leaks. You know, we've had Riddler Coup, who's been like posting riddles and stuff, but he's not out and out saying this is going to happen, this is going to happen, this is going to happen. The only person that did that was Kaka, who's obviously gone now. So I don't know if the Nintendo ninjas got him or what, but he's just disappeared. Whether he comes back or not, obviously we don't know. But he was the only out-and-out leaker that was literally leaking like images and actual things from the game. But Riddler Coup, even though he is a leaker, he always leaves it to like the last minute, and he doesn't tell us exactly what it is until it's already been revealed. So I don't think Pokemon will be too bothered about that, and nobody else really knows anything, to be fair. Like, obviously, Pyoro knows information and stuff, but he doesn't really know anything on the next Pokemon stuff. So, yeah, I feel like if everything was properly getting leaked, then fair play, there would be, like, more alert about it. But as of right now, there isn't really a lot. So, I don't think it's anything to do with that. But, you know, leaks returning around June to July, you know, maybe. It depends when this outsourced game gets announced. Like, we just don't know. But either way, I don't know if this is true or not. I kind of understand the premise of it. Like, if we do get the Nintendo Switch 2 announced, then I could very well see some gameplay from Legends ZA, especially if it's on the console. But if not, then yeah, I don't know when. We're probably not going to see Legend stuff until August, maybe. But either way, that's going to be everything from me for today's video. If you enjoyed it, let me know. Let's try and hit 500 likes. Drop a like if you enjoyed, as I said. Let me know your thoughts on this rumor here as well. Do you think it's true? Let me know your thoughts on this whole like trade evolution thing as well. Would you like to see all of these evolutions become available via offline, or are you happy about like online trades and stuff like that? And also, what are your thoughts about this image here as well? Do you think it could potentially be a legendary? And who, if not, who do you think this important character is? And let me know your thoughts and all that. That's everything from me. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you're brand new. Ring the notification bell for daily Pokemon content. Have a great rest of your day, and until next time, peace.